Greetings everyone, and welcome back as we continue the DVD and Blu-ray update. The first one ever in the new place. Today on the Multimedia Chronicles. Then I was over at good old Future Shop and spent a good amount of time wandering around there. There was one thing in particular I really wanted to get. They put out another collection of limited edition Future Shop exclusive steelbooks of Blu-rays, and there was one in particular I really wanted to get. I didn't even know about it until I saw the section on the new release shelf. Yeah, they have one for 2001: A Space Odyssey. Yeah. Do want. They've also got steelbooks for Batman Begins, the first Matrix, and I don't know, a couple of others. They put out steelbooks all the time through Future Shop. They do that a lot. So once in a while I'll pick them up. Like I'll pick some up, just ones that catch my eye, but I don't like go out of my way for them. I'm not like a, steelbook freak or anything. But yeah, so unfortunately I missed out on the 2001 steelbook. It was the one, out of all the new ones that came out, it was the one that was sold out. Yeah, because 2001 is actually one of the Blu-rays that I sold. Sadly, especially being the first Blu-ray I ever bought originally. Yeah, and not to mention being one of my all-time favorite sci-fi movies. So I definitely want to get that back in the collection, and if I can get my hands on that Future Shop steelbook, all the better, because, steelbooks are just classy. So I kept browsing around looking for something else, and then I found this. Now normally, it's a 3-volume set. Normally each of these volumes originally I think went for about $25-30 when they first came out. But they were on sale for $10 each. $9.98 to be precise. So I couldn't pass that up. What am I talking about? Of course, what else could it be but the original series of the Addams Family? That's right. From 1964 to 1966, 2 glorious seasons of ooky kooky spooky goodness. I'm kind of showing you these out of order. This is the first volume here. There's really nothing much to speak of inside there. They have the episodes listed on the inside of the sleeve, and they are all double-sided discs. Fortunately, they are double-sided single-layer discs, so the equivalent content of a single dual-layer disc. Double-layered or double-sided single-layer don't really seem to have very many problems with them, so I haven't had any issues so far, but I've only watched the first side of the first disc. So anyway, and then there's volume 2. And like that. And the first one I showed you was volume 3, and again the same thing. But one thing that's kind of cool about this, I didn't even realize this. I actually sort of just assumed that they were episode only sets. But this is all 64 episodes. Yeah, you may notice English only, and then the other 2 volumes English and French. Reversible covers. Hello. Yeah. Anyway. Whatever. Now I looked on Amazon, even Amazon, there is a complete series set you can get, but it's just these 3 volumes stuck into a very flimsy box, so I'm not too broken up about not having that flimsy box. But even on Amazon right now, this complete series set goes for about 60 something. So yeah, not a bad deal. Basically got it all for half price. But yeah, it has quite a lot of extras on it. Like for example, volume 1 has You Rang, Mr. Addams featurette, Snap Snap featurette, the Addams Family theme song karaoke, audio commentary by cast and somebody who wrote a book about the Addams Family. Sorry, I don't know his name off the top of my head. Anyway, they got commentary on several episodes on here. I listened to the first commentary, and it was very entertaining. It was really cool. They had the actors who played Wednesday, Pugsley, and Cousin It, along with this author guy being sort of the moderator for the conversation. So that was a lot of fun. They got drawings and photos and the Addams Family portrait featurette. And then on volume 2, we've got Mad About the Addams featurette. Experts discuss the history and impact of the show. Thing and Cousin It commentaries. I've not listened to those yet, but I'm sure they're amusing. I think those are video commentaries rather than audio commentaries, so it's like a picture-in-picture kind of thing. Yeah, so I'll have to check those out. It says, yeah, watch 2 kooky characters comment as you view their favorite scenes. Guest star Seance interactive featurette. A Magical Crystal Ball conjures guest star clips and trivia. Tombstone trivia on Morticia's Romance Part 1. Audio commentary with the Addams Chronicles author Stephen Cox. Oh yeah, that's who it was, Stephen Cox, the author guy. And then finally on Volume 3 you've got select scene commentaries again by Thing and Cousin It. Tombstone trivia on Cat Adams, that's the title of one of the episodes. And audio commentary with the Addams Chronicles author Stephen Cox. So it doesn't look like they got the cast to participate in the second and third volumes, but at least they got them on the first volume, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, anyway, if you're looking for the Addams Family original on DVD, you can't go wrong with this collection. It's a very nice collection from MGM Home Entertainment, and if you run off to Future Shop right now, you can get them cheap. Before anyone asks, I do not have the Munsters yet. I will get the Munsters. When I was a kid, I actually liked the Munsters better, but I think that's because of the Universal monster movies that I used to watch all the time as a kid, and the Munsters was very much a tribute slash homage slash parody of all of those, and it just resonated more with me as a kid. But then as I grew up, I've actually come to prefer the Addams Family because I find that the Addams Family is much classier humor kind of thing, if you know what I mean. I don't know, it's hard to describe. There's just something about it that just seems to be a bit more sophisticated than the Munsters was, but I mean, I love them both, I really do. And I don't know if all of you are aware of this, but the Munsters and the Addams Family actually aired in the exact same seasons. Both of them only lasted 2 seasons. Fortunately, they were kind of right on the cusp of when the length of television seasons was shortened. So they were like right in the last couple of years that television seasons were really long, like dating back to the early 50s when TV shows would have like 39, 40 episodes per season. Was it Addams Family, I think, had like 32 episodes per season, and the Munsters had 35. So if they had been done just a couple of years later, we probably wouldn't have anywhere near as many. We'd have about 20 episodes less of both of those shows. So it's kind of good that they aired when they did. And one thing also I should mention, in the commentary they were kind of talking about how they kind of, discussing amongst themselves, do you think that the Addams Family would have been better if it had been done in color? Because of course, again, it was right at the cusp of when TV was going over to color. Just a couple years later, and it probably would have been done in color. And some of them said yes, some of them said no. As for myself, the argument in favor of color was that just all the interesting things in the Addams house would be a lot easier to see in color than they are in black and white. But, for me, I like having it in black and white because, again, it goes back to the old Universal monster movies. It just kind of has that gothic feel to it that I think works better in black and white. It just gives it a very, mysterious, noirish tone that I don't think you would get to as great an extent or as artistic an extent in color. So I'm glad it's black and white, and I hope they never colorize it. Well, that's it for part 2. Gotta love the Addams Family. Yeah, I will pick up the Munsters at some point, hopefully soon, but not today. Alrighty, that's it for part 2. Next time, let's take a look at the Blu-ray that I picked up the same day I got all these cool TV shows. Alright, until then, thanks for watching, and sayonara.